Welcome to the overtime edition. I'm Matt Choumont, filling in for most of Woldu. Joining me on the set, Kyle Galliver. How you doing?
Good, good.
Brandon Basler.
Couldn't be better.
Right on, man. Now, before we kind of talked about the Blue Jays. You know, they went 1 19 their last 23. The bats are unreal. The pitching is great. Now, the last few games, the bats have kind of cooled off now. Should we be concerned about this, or, did we expect this to happen?
No, like Basler was saying, 162 games. Even if they lost 10 in a row, who cares? You were playing so well, they still have the lead in the division. I'm not too worried. Plus, with the talent they have, it's just the funk. Everyone's going to get out of it.
As much as I'm loving it right now, I'm worried. I am worried about the team. I don't know if they are good enough to win the division. I'm not sold on their starting pitching. They were getting good pitching for a while. The bats were covering all the pitching, and I don't know. Like, I look at Mark Burley as a guy who's going to give you a good outing. The other four, I don't know.
So,
Hodgson will play good. I don't like R.A. Dickey. Just going to throw that out there. He's inconsistent, and I don't know. I just don't know if they have all the pieces just yet.
So when do you start breathing a little bit easier? Because you said, you're not sure if they're going to do it. So, like, late July, if they still have a lead, like, when do you?
Yeah, then, I mean, I'm hoping, and I think they're a good ball club. I just think that everything's going to have to go really well. Guys like Reyes and Encarnacion Bautista got to stay healthy all year, and that hasn't been an easy thing the last few years.
What about guys like Adam Lynn and Brett Laurie? Because those are your bottom half guys right there, right? So you need your 6-7 batters to also.
Laurie's had a decent season. He's been popping some homers out there. Lynn's average is not looking too bad. It's better than his last couple of seasons. So I would say their depth guys aren't really the problem, but yeah, their pitching hasn't been great as of late. So maybe that's got to come.
They're a fun team to watch. So
you never know what's going to happen.
When you got Joey Bats and then Edwin hitting the long bombs, like, that's fun to watch.
Yeah.
They've given us great entertainment so far this year.
And one more topic to talk about, the CPCA season. You guys are just going to have a blast with this topic. We're already 3 weeks into the new season. It's been a lot of fun action to watch, 3 different winners. What are your guys' thoughts so far on the season?
The season's pretty much gone how everyone, when I talked before the season, thought. I mean, Brian Laboucaine, final year, he's got a win under his belt. The Rapid V Rocket, he's got a win under his belt. So I think it's going well. The top guys are right at the top. There are a few surprises, like Lane Bremner. He's right at the top of the driver's standing, so it's good to see him. And also Chris Molly. It's his third year, and he's had a really good start to the year. So those are a couple guys to watch.
I mean, Shane Nolan, he's a big name too, but he's had it together, hey, for early in the year. I know you talked to a lot of the Chuckwagon guys, and the only thing the big thing on their calendar is the Calgary Stampede, and that's actually coming up here, 3 weeks away. So
what about BJ Carey? Because this is a guy who pretty much won everything last year besides the one that counted, but a couple top 5 finishes. I don't think he's finished in the top 3 yet, but is there a concern with BJ Carey?
I don't think so. And you got to remember that Chuckwagon Racing, these guys are literally crossing the line, 1/10 of a second ahead, 2/10 of a second ahead. So guys like BJ and Vern Nolan, just because they don't have the wins right now, their outfits are so strong that over the course of the year, they'll climb up to where they should be.
I know I talked to Jamie Laboucaine before the year, and he said, you care about the early shows, like the June and the first half of July. You care about them, you want to win them, you want to do well, but it's all about peaking for Calgary, and I don't think BJ will be too upset that he hasn't got a win under his belt yet.
Okay, and quickly, stop number 4 in Wainwright for 4 days. You get that extra day. Who do you think comes out with the champion in Wainwright?
Ooh, Wainwright champion. I think Vern Nolan's hit his stride. He looked really strong in Dewberry, and I think this one's going to be his too.
I can't go against Vern either. I mean, he's been the best so far this year, and I don't know. His brother Shane's been pushing him. I think it'll be one of the Nolans. How's that?
Yeah, that's a good one. One of the Nolans.
Well, I'll say BJ Carey gets his first win of the season.
There you go.
All right, guys. Thank you very, very much for hopping on the set here.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime.
Right on. And then thank you for joining us in the overtime edition. My men, we'll see you in 7 days.